Hi, it's JJ DiGeronimo, the president of Tech Savvy Women, and I'm absolutely thrilled to have Helen Patton with me today. She is the Chief Information Security Officer at The Ohio State University. And Helen has some awesome advice for professional women in tech, and I'm looking forward to interviewing her today. So, Helen, thanks for joining us. I'd love to hear some of your career highlights.
Oh, hi, JJ. Thanks for having me today. Um, I was a person who grew up in the 1980s in high school, and I had no thoughts of computing or security or any of those things. In the 90s, I had moved over to the United States, and I was just sort of floating around, trying to do my thing, and got a job with the Ohio Restaurant Association. And they were in the middle of converting a very old database to the brand new client server database system, and because I was a very young person, they figured I knew what I was doing, and they hooked me up with the consulting firm that worked to do that conversion. Well, that firm then offered me a job, and so I took that job, and I got to hang around with them doing database conversions and computer training and teaching people how to use Windows 3.1.1 and really radical software like that. So I did that for a while, and that job parlayed into a job where I was a field operations manager for a company that was headquartered out of India, actually. And we were working on running a help desk, building databases, and we got to do Y2K, and we got to do the Northeast power outage, and we got to do all those things where they said, we need someone who does security. And so they asked me to start working in security. And from there, I went to JP Morgan Chase, and I worked for 10 years at JP Morgan doing information security, business continuity, disaster recovery, that kind of work. And I was there for 10 years, and I learned a lot, and I got to travel internationally, and I had great teams internationally. But it was time to come home and be a little bit closer to home. So I applied for the job of Chief Information Security Officer here at The Ohio State University, because that was home. That is home, and here I am. It's been great.
That is a fantastic career trajectory, and I know that many women watching these types of videos really think, well, how can I manifest that? Because I have aspirations to be a leader. I have a desire to get to the C-suite. Can you talk a little bit about how you paved your professional path? Since, let's be frank, not a lot of women end up in the C-suite. So how did you manifest that for yourself?
So some of it was focusing on my technology skills, and some of it later on was also focusing on my management and my business skills. So in the beginning, it was how do I put a T connector together, and how do I build a workstation, and how do I do a database conversion, and really honing those skills. When I was at JP Morgan, I actually had 4 different jobs over the 10 years I was there, and often it was because someone tapped me on the shoulder for the next position. They had seen the work that I had done. There was something about the way I approached my work that appealed to them, and so I was offered another position. From about the 5-year to 10-year mark in there, starting to focus on more business skills, how to manage a team, how to understand a budget, how to do strategy or strategery, as we call it, and really to be able to start thinking like a business leader in a technology environment and not just a technologist. And having had the opportunity at JP Morgan to practice those skills, to demonstrate leadership in those skills, that was really what parlayed me into having the confidence and the experience to apply for a CISO position. A CISO role is one that absolutely still requires tech skills, but it's really about being a translator of technology and risk to chief financial officers and chief information officers and other leadership at an organization. And I had to go reach for that one, and so I did. So it was a combination of letting my job speak for itself, but also taking opportunities where I could find it and reaching for it.
That is excellent, because all the research shows that, it's confidence and competence that creates success. And many women often convince themselves if they're not 100% qualified for the job they're reaching for, they should wait until they are. So just the fact that you're reaching I'm suspecting for jobs that you aren't 100% qualified shows that you do have confidence and you believe you can achieve it. And I think having that self-efficacy is a big part of being successful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And sometimes, especially when you're female, there's a tendency to doubt. You want to be a perfectionist. You have to get over it. You have to take a risk at least once or twice and reach. Often you'll be pleasantly surprised, and you've got to sort of rely on the fact that that will happen and go for it.
Helen, I think that is awesome advice, is reaching when you're not ready and having the confidence that you can achieve it even if you don't know every single step that's going to happen along the way. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate your insight, and you inspire me, and I'm sure many of us that will be watching this video, that it is possible, and that if you keep doing great work and pushing ahead, opportunities will open for you too.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.